Earth was once a great civilization that reached the sky. But 500 years ago, the whole civilization collapsed, and those who survived were never the same. A great calamity befell the Earth. The surviving civilization has always feared the ultimate evil called the shinobi. They arrive with a meteorite and terrorize humanity with large cities and nature destroyed by shinobi. Now this land is a bare and a desert, and those who remain must hide from the monster every day. Currently, we see a mysterious man with long white hair and glasses surrounded by crazy monsters. Monsters did not attack this person, and they seem to be working for him. This man announces that he has finally conquered the Kingdom of Eyes. The two soldiers watch as his eyes are completely disfigured by the monstrous shinobi. It was too dangerous, so they decided to retreat. Meanwhile, inside the car, we see a big car driving in an unknown direction. Helpless women talking and seeming to drive for 3 months. They left their castle, and the girls assume that the princess is depressed because of the long journey. Meanwhile, the princess sits in the front seat overnight with the driver and Santa and falls into a deep sleep as the journey wears her out. A giant vehicle drives through a wasteland, and you can see the remains of a civilized world. A princess dreams of her past and the last days of her kingdom. Aim is a princess and priest of a great country Eyes. One day, evil shinobi monsters arrived in her land. She had to watch his mother die at the hands of a shinobi. After this incident, he vowed to collect the necessary weapons and finally put an end to the shinobi terror. Princess Aim suddenly wakes up and orders Sanda to stop the car when she senses a shinobi nearby. They see a group chained a small child. People make a sacrifice to the shinobi, and Princess Aim gets out of the car and tells people to stop the madness. But the clan leader suddenly tells Aim to leave as shinobi appear, and Sanda enters a giant mechanical robot, just as the shinobi is about to eat the shield. Santa uses his mech to attack him with a powerful blast, and Target appears to control several of his shinobi mechs. So, Sanda and Aim fight them. Aim can block and destroy multiple shinobi while Sanda fights other shinobi. In the end, Aim is shocked to find the dead shinobi starting to merge to form a giant monster, and Aim tries to fight him, but she is stunned and his mech is slightly damaged. Suddenly, a boy appeared whose hair had turned white but who seemed to be infected. He was quick and fast, spinning shinobi. He then uses his superhuman speed to save Aim from being killed. She saw a boy with one blue eye and a purple alien close-up, just his armor. Aim and Sanda had fought and Mystery Boy joined them in the fight. In the end, they defeated all the shinobi and saved the villagers. We see the boy defeat the last shinobi. The boy's body is back to normal. He starts bleeding. The group bid farewell to the villagers, who began their journey with the mysterious boy. The girls are in the car with Iri, Rin, and Yuzu, and they all check on the boy. Poison doesn't seem to affect him at all, but his body seems to have taken a lot of damage. The boy woke up, but immediately fell to the ground from exhaustion. So, the girl gave him rice to eat. Meanwhile, Sanda tells the princess that they have to go camping tonight. The boy was finally able to walk on his own, and Sanda explained that special lights he placed around the vehicle would keep the ninja away. Sanda asks the boy to introduce himself to the princess. Because she was worried about him, the boy went away and saw the princess standing at the top of the hill, on the hill. He was struck by her beauty. After the princess noticed him, she was confused because no one had ever seen her like this. He was the last of his kind and was asked by Princess Ame to join her fight against the shinobi. However, Sue gets scared and runs away because he doesn't feel strong enough to help the princess. And later that night, Aim talks to Sanda. We learn that the Yaju are special beings created by humans as weapons to fight the shinobi. Sanda even fight alongside one of the Yaju, but they have long been said to have disappeared. The next morning, Sue appeared in front of the group's car. He said it was because the princess saved his life. He will fight by her side and help her destroy the Shinbai once and for all. Princess Aim is happy and thanks Sue. She also told him that he was neither a monster nor a shinobi, and that his eyes were the color of a beautiful sky. So, he must be special. After Sue joined the party, then Sanda gave him a special military uniform. Sue asks the princess where they are going, and she tells him that their destination is the old country. It was once a great city, but when a meteor landed there, everything changed. It was also revealed that the group was searching for a holy weapon called the Giga Road. This weapon is supposed to have the option to annihilate all shinobi, and free the earth from their dread. Princess Aim wears a secretive stone around her neck, and that is said to enact the Giga Road. Sue recalls a valuable detail from before and thinks he knows the way to the old land. The gathering showed up at the spot that Sue recalled. A monster storm is outside. Aim alongside Sanda need to direct their mechas. Sue is sufficiently able to muscle through the tempest. They gradually advance down the hazardous street when they are gone after by a shinobi. They figure out how to overcome it. In any case, Sanda and Aim saw that their safeguards are losing power. Aim spots different separated mechas, and they understand that they are not quick to attempt this excursion to the old land. With their safeguards going to pieces, Aim and Sanda will before long pass out. In this way, Sanda cautions the princess and tells her they need to turn around. However, Princess Aim would rather not surrender. In this way, she continues to move until ultimately both her and Sand drop. Sue returns to save them when monster mecha warriors show up and they are completely taken prisoner. Princess Aim awakens the following day and understands that her gathering has been taken to the Torai Palace. Aim is welcomed by a leader in the Torai armed force who welcomes her to go meet somebody vital. This entire Torai Palace is a Goliath city situated in the Forsaken Desert. Aim, much obliged, the officer for saving their life, and the commandant conveys Aim to an exceptional room there. Princess Aim meets the extraordinary representative of Torai called Kazuza Shin. Princess Aim flies off the handle when Kazuza advises her the journey to find the sacred weapon is a moronic one. He imagines that the weapon doesn't exist, or on the other hand, in the event that it does, it could make mankind be annihilated as well as the shinobi beasts. Kazuza advises Aim that his main objective is to safeguard individuals of Torai. He likewise takes the jewelry that Aim wears. Later on, Aim begins feeling weak, and she has a flashback of a man with long white hair and glasses. She doesn't comprehend the memory, and she winds up tumbling to the ground. Kazuza sees this and goes to help her. Yet, out of nowhere, Sue emerges from the air. Kazuza effectively overwhelms him, however at that point lets him go and tells Aim and Sue that they can remain in Torai or leave. It's their decision later on. Aim returns to her companions and apologizes as she feels that she has bombed them. Sanda additionally begins preparing Sue to turn into a stunningly better contender. They train with wooden sticks so Sue can consummate his abilities. The head of the Torai Palace called Taui welcomes Kazuza to his loads where uncovers that he needs to bring the blessed weapon Torai. He likewise arranges the princess to be caught later on. Aim and Sue hang out. Be that as it may, Aim is having a miserable outlook on all that and couldn't say whether her mission is the ideal choice, as a method for encouraging her. Sue gets her and goes going around the city. Both of them have an incredible experience. Seeing the delightful town and sun later, the two even turned into a little nearer in a heartfelt manner. It appears to be that the two of them have gone gaga for one another. Feeling quite a bit improved, Aim concludes that she will proceed with her quest for the heavenly weapon. Anyway, all of a sudden, troopers make an appearance to remove the princess. Sue guards her and starts battling them. Yet, the pieces separated when the caring warrior that helped Aim makes a mockery of his name is uncovered to be Hashiba Hinata, and keeping in mind that he is a leader of Torai, he actually saves the princess. Hashiba uncovers that the ruler Taui has chosen to involve the blessed weapon for his own gain. Hashiba tells Princess Aim that she should find Kazuza before he goes to look for the weapon. Aim and Sue advance toward their companions and advise Sanda to get ready for a break. They then at long last find Kazuza. Princess Aim attempts to make sense of that while she comprehends that the blessed weapon is perilous. It should be utilized so that individuals can be liberated from the shinobi beast. She then, at that point, requests her jewelry back as she will proceed with her journey. Kazuza is as yet persuaded that the blessed weapon will just carry passing and annihilation to mankind. He lets the princess know that assuming she needs her jewelry back, she should kill him. Sue and Kazuza then start their double. Kazuza is intrigued that he is battling one of the Yajuo. He doesn't frequently battle commendable adversaries, however this time it's unique. Both Sue and Kazuza are very gifted and quick with the sword. They move at lightning speed, hitting each hit with outrageous accuracy. At last, Sue recollects the preparation he had with Sanda and utilizes it for his potential benefit, figuring out how to wound Kazuza in the shoulder, making him begin to drain out. Be that as it may, Kazuza isn't finished and needs to keep battling. However, the princess stops it. She lets him know that individuals of Torai will lose an incredible pioneer in the event that he kicks the bucket today, and he owes it to those individuals to lead them to a superior world. Kazusa is shocked by her words. Their discussion is put to an unexpected stop when a Goliath-flying stronghold shows up close to Torai. The stronghold is by all accounts from Issa. The mecha fighters that guard the city begin terminating, yet they cause no harm. Kazusa says that a shinobi has never had that much ability to control a whole post. Princess Aim is confounded as just her folks had some control over the fort. Unexpectedly, the dull flying fort lights to fire of shinobi impacts at the city. Princess Aim recalls that another individual who could have such. Tsukiyomi, a researcher at Eyes who showed him when she was extremely youthful, who apparently passed on in the assault at Eyes. Unexpectedly, a Goliath foreboding shadow shows up, and from it comes Tsukiyomi. He tells Aim that he has been coordinated into the shinobi genuine power. Tsukiyomi utilizes his powers to take out Kazusa and Sue. He then, at that point, lets Aim know that it has forever been his objective to eliminate mankind. What's more, presently he at last has the ability to do as such. He is presently in charge of all the shinobi. Aim is confounded and can hardly imagine how her previous guide would go to such frenzy. Tsukiyomi snatches her with his Goliath shinobi hand and begins to torment her. He needs her jewelry so he can open the sacred weapon for him and become a divine being. Sue attempts to get lost. However, he is insufficient. He sees that Aim is being tormented, and this stirs something in him. Out of nowhere, a monster-protected champion shows up and stuns even Tsukiyomi. Aim understands that Sue has changed into his berserker structure. Sue then, at that point, slices Tsukiyomi, who gets frightened of his power. Tsukiyomi chooses to withdraw his powers and uses a blue light to get away. The following day, Sue awakens in his bed back to his ordinary structure. It appears to be that he let completely go and killed all the shinobi that were going after Torai. And Aim was the person who figured out how to quiet him down and return to his human structure. Kazusa has adjusted his perspective on Aim and readies his militaries to likewise go to the old land and to stop Tsukiyomi unequivocally. He plans to move his whole fortification. In the meantime, Aim and San, now with better defensive layer, figured out how to go into the old land. In the wake of going through a barren land, they arrive at a delightful timberland with blossoms. At that time, Aim recalls her mom and how she generally wished to see the old land. Unexpectedly, various shinobi show up and begin going after Aim and Sand. The two fend off a few shinobi, yet Sand understands that there are too much. He advises Aim to simply run towards the focal point of the woodland and track down the sacred weapon. Both of them in their monster mechas begin running. Yet Sand is out of nowhere gone after by a few shinobi. In any case, he tells Princess Aim to continue onward. From the start, she needs to return for him, yet Sand advises her that she wants to save the world and that he is exceptionally glad for her. Sand then, at that point, explodes a Goliath blast offing himself and all the shinobi nearby. Aim at long last shows up at the sacred weapon. Unexpectedly, she focuses on the Giga Road. A Goliath robot has the ability to control every one of the components. In the meantime, Kazusa and his whole armed force moves towards the old land to help Aim. Sue is likewise with Kazusa, and he is ready to battle for Aim until the end. Aim attempts to initiate the Giga Road, yet she helps an injury through the throat by the machine. It appears to be that the Giga Street is unsteady and needs to end the existence power of its host. Aim is as yet alive, however in a debilitated state. Then, with his shinobi colossal, Tsukiyomi seems he needs to assume control over the whole world, and the Giga Street is the last piece to accomplish this objective. Aim utilizes her new ability to go after a monster shinobi that Tsukiyomi has made Aim attempts. However, at last her assaults end up being excessively frail. She wants to completely enact the Giga Road. Yet up until this point, she has not had the option to do so. Soon after, Kazusa and his militaries show up, and they start terminating endless guns at the shinobi. Sue joins the fight and takes part in a furious battle with Tsukiyomi. This gives Aim sufficient opportunity to charge the Giga Road. Sue loses a ton of blood during his battle, yet he actually continues onward to protect his princess. Tsukiyomi develops leading body of the entire fight, so he releases a last assault that nearly kills Sue while Tsukiyomi energizes for another assault. Sue, who is scarcely alive, advances toward Aim. He embraces AIM when the Giga Street cuts him through the chest. The Giga Street then consumes both AIM and Sue with this. The weapon is at last dynamic, and AIM assumes command, and she releases its full power. The monster unbelievable weapon has stirred, and with its assaults, Tsukiyomi is near rout. AIM and Sue are at last together, and she guarantees that they will continuously be together regardless of what. The Giga Street then gets Tsukiyomi alongside his Goliath shinobi, and flies up high. Then, at that point, unexpectedly a monster blast shows up in the air, and individuals cheers. It appears to be that the Giga Street has crushed all the shinobi. Then again, Kazusa ponders, on the off chance that AIM is yet alive. In space close to the Earth, we see the monster Giga Road drifting. The destiny of AIM and Sue is left a secret, yet the Earth can at last be liberated from the shinobi. Furthermore, this finishes the anime off. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss out on another video. Until next time, take care.